Let's talk Tanya for the 19th of Tishrei, the 5th day of Sukkot. In yesterday's Tanya, the Alter Rebbe implored of his Chassidim to daven properly, and in today's Tanya, the Alter Rebbe turns his attention to another very important issue, something else that was very near and dear to the Alter Rebbe's heart, which is the idea of Avas Yisrael. The Alter Rebbe says, yes, I know that we're always observing other people, and we see sometimes you're doing something which is suspect, and in our mind we can make assumptions. Why is the person doing? And we can make negative assumptions about people. Sometimes we actually see people doing things that are wrong, and we judge them, we condescend them. The Alter Rebbe says, stop it. You're not the judge. That is Hashem's business to judge. It is not your business. Plain and simple. What is your business? Your business is to pay attention to that which it says in Pirkei Avos, V'hevei shfal ruach b'fnei kol adam, to be humble before every other person, not to judge, not to condescend, to be humble before every other Jew, and also to realize that all of us together, all the Jewish people together, we comprise one large entity, one large body. And we need to stay together because we are one. And if I don't properly love another Jew, and if I condescend another Jew, essentially what I'm doing is amputating a certain part of the body from myself. And the Alter Rebbe continues with the following powerful words, which I'd like to read from inside. V'al kein, and therefore, Ahuva yedidai, my beloved friends, no v'no, please, l'troyach b'cholei v'nefesh, I need you to exert yourself with all your heart and with all your soul, l'tkoya avas re'eu b'libay, to implant the love for your fellow in your heart. V'ish esras re'eu al tachsvu b'lavavchem ksiv. The pasuk says, do not think anything negative about your fellow. V'leisala alev la'olam. Don't even consider something negative about someone else. V'im tala, and if a negative thought about someone else comes to your mind, you should push it away from your heart, just like you push away smoke. The Alter Rebbe says, a negative thought about another Jew is like a thought of idolatry. Just try to imagine that for a second. Imagine you're walking in the street and you think to yourself, the thought enters to your mind, maybe some idol really is the God. Imagine, you shudder and you shake and you throw that thought out of your mind. The Alter Rebbe says, I need you to have the exact same reaction. When a negative thought enters your mind about another Jew, you should have the exact same reaction. As if it's Avodah Zarah, throw it out of your mind. And then the Alter Rebbe continues and says, Ki g'doyla Lashon Hara keneged Avodah Zarah v'gilui arayos shfichas damim. Lashon Hara, saying something negative about someone else, is the equivalent of idolatry, adultery, and murder all wrapped together. Now, what does that have to do with what we're talking about? Here we're talking about thinking something negative about someone else. Says the Alter Rebbe, if this is true about saying something negative about someone else, how much more so it is about thinking negative about someone else. After all, we know that thought is a more internal garment of the soul than speech, and therefore is more damaging. So it's not enough not to say Lashon Hara about someone else. We have to not think Lashon Hara about someone else. And the Alter Rebbe then concludes with blessings for those who listen to what he's saying, and with that he concludes this letter. Tomorrow we start another letter, chapter 23, which contains some of the protocols the Alter Rebbe put in place for the Hasidic minyanim.